What's going on, guys? It's LSG here. Welcome back to another video. So today I'm going to be showing you guys this really cool method, creative maps that I think every Fortnite map creator should know. They're very useful and I've used them in plenty of my maps, such as my recent map, the base wars. I've used them in the campaign map. They're very useful because it allows you to add functions. So over time you can have different things happen, and it adds a lot of functionality, and this just one trick adds so many new features in your creative world. So as you can see, I cannot go through here, and this is because there's a barrier here. But you're probably like, well, then there's a barrier there, you can't go past it. Then that's kind of dumb, right? Actually, I have it set so after 2 minutes the barrier is removed. So somebody make this a meme. This gives the players time to reinforce their base and loot up before they fight. Very cool feature, and this could open up a lot of different game modes. After 2 minutes, as you can see, I should be able to cross this in just a few seconds. And there you go. As you see, I can cross it. Now both teams can fight each other and destroy each other's bases. So pretty cool, and this can be used for anything else. You could just make a simple door that opens up at whatever time. It can be any time you want. And this is not the only feature you can do with this. There's a lot of other things you can do, which I will show in this video. Let's start off with the core on how this whole thing works. So basically, you want to go into your devices panel and get yourself a sentry. And this is what causes this all to work. So basically, now you want to build wood here, 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 and here. And this is going to be your starting plate that leads to a lot more. Place a sentry here, and then you just want to go into the sentry and customize it to rocket launcher. Change the health to 1 health, and you can change the range to whatever you want depending on how far you want it to be activated. Actually, target style stay the same, and team can be changed if you want to have team specific functions, which you'll understand later. Basically, now you want to cover this up with some wood and cover it up like that. And now basically what will happen is if you come in the range of the sentry, it's gonna blow up, causing this whole wooden thing to break. And knowing how physics work in this, the longer it is, the longer it takes to break. And so at the end of the wood, you could add something like a barrier. That's how I did my recent map with the 2-minute wall. As you can see, it will break after all that wood breaks. So you can make it as long as you want, making it more time. So as you can see, I have a barrier here, and I could make a door out of this by going like this. And these are indestructible pieces, so make sure you use that prefab. That way people can't cheat through the door or anything. There we go. And now over time this door will open, so you could add this, like unlock a level or do anything of that sort. So after that explodes, it will take some time to reach the door, and then finally the barrier will break and people will be let through the door. And yeah, so that's the first method you can use with this. That's just the basic method. Now I'm going to show you some other methods. Alright, for this next trick, we're going to put a ramp up 3 blocks in the air, and then we're going to take a ATK and put it sideways facing down like that. Now what you do is extend the wood out this way, and then add one of these music blocks, or whatever they're freaking called. And then you want to take a bush and put it right here, and this will protect the ATK from going beyond where it should be. So just put it right before the music block, that way it can't miss it. It'll go down here, and then as soon as the wall breaks, then it'll fall through and hit the music block. And you can either play a sound effect, like for like a storm sound, if you wanted to make a storm sound. As you can see, if we go in here, there's a damage option. You can do elimination, and so this could be used for like a storm game, and so you could run from a storm or something, or you could start a storm in the game at a certain time. So you could actually like build your own battle royale game and use the storm and just have time intervals using this trick. So that would be kind of interesting. So let's try this out. So as you see, if I get too close to that, it blows up and takes time to come over here. So it's probably a few seconds, and boom, as you see, the sound plays, and if anyone was over there, they would die because of the wave that is transmitted from there. So that's a cool trick. You can use it for a lot of things, like a temple run or like a death run. I don't know, like something to like run away from like a storm or whatever. So yeah, that's that trick, and now let me show you the next one. So this next trick is actually super useful. It has to do with spawning. It's basically after you spawn once, you'll spawn in a different place after you die or respawn. So this can be used for a lot of things, but I know I've wanted to use this in the past where people spawn differently in a different spot than they did it previously. You see, blows up, activated. You would want a shorter one for this because it's not needed. I see I spawn over here now. So this can be used for a lot of game modes. It's a quick one, but it's definitely useful. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you use my supporter creator code LDOHDYT in the item shop. Also, shout out to Jashish and Linus ZYX. They both use my supporter creator code, and if you want a shout out as well, you can use it and send me a picture on Discord or Twitter or anywhere. You can send me a picture and I will give you a shout out for using my code. Also, shout out to the Toxic Clan for helping me with gameplay. They invited a bunch of people for a gameplay of my recent montage on that new game mode, and it helped a lot to have all those people for the video. So thank you so much for the Toxic Clan. Also, go check out their content. They have some cool content, and I'm pretty sure they do mainly streams. But yeah. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. If you did enjoy, make sure you drop a like, subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you guys in the next one.
What?